maybe one or again, uh, legal question. Just what is maybe talk to us about one of the most interesting cases you've ever worked on. It's just pure curiosity for me.
Um, it wasn't the case. Is that
Okay.
all right?
Yeah, or file or matter or whatever.
Well, it's easy for me because it's only 7 years ago.
Okay.
So 2015, I was asked by the Insurance Council of Australia to head up a task force looking at the effectiveness of all of those pre-contract documents that have to be handed out when you're arranging insurance and stuff like that. So I think James, just for the non-lawyers, it's all about legal stuff in the consumer space that you get often inundated with when you're opening a bank account or taking out an insurance policy or bluntly doing anything else. And it's all around this notion of the last consumer right, empowering financial literacy, etc., etc., etc. And it was an amazing exercise for me for a whole lot of reasons. But it was the very first time that I had been asked to work with a behavioral scientist. And the funny part of this story is that one of the youngsters from an insurance company who was on the task force, when we were just about to submit our report to the board of the insurance council, rang me at home and said, Michael, can we talk about what we're going to call the report? I said, sure. And he told me that we had definitions of social media language, sort of LOL for lots of love and all of that. And he said to me, they've just included an expression which I'd like to think we can use as the name for our report. Well, what is it? So he told me what it was. And I rang my three daughters and I told them what it was. They'd never heard of it. So we called our report TL semicolon DR.
Yeah.
Got everybody very excited all around the world. They even cited in the Netherlands. And of course, the LDR is
Too long, don't read.
correct. Too long, didn't read. And that applies to just about every bit of consumer guff that goes out to people, hopefully helping them make wise decisions, but too long for them to be the least bit interested.
Yeah.
So I gave a talk in the firm a few weeks after the report, and I said to all the lawyers there who have made lots of money for the firm drafting all of these documents for insurance companies, banks, and everyone else. Look, the reality is that you have made for the firm scuds and scuds of money drafting documents that are absolutely fantastic for your clients and totally useless for their customers.
Yeah.
So I began to learn far more clearly that the best outcome isn't always a legal outcome.
Yeah. I'm glad you actually went with that on. 'Cause with my work at the moment, I can see a lot of how that could be applicable to me and how I've, I've probably written, disclaimers or whatever for our customers in my work that realistically they won't have read. So it's a good lesson to try and think about how can I write those things in a way that will communicate to them.
Correct.
Yeah.
And yeah, connected with this is the Banking Royal Commission. Kenneth Payne, the High Court or former High Court judge, chaired it. He made it very clear that the legal outcome isn't always the right outcome.
Yeah.
corporations over the last 50 years, for a whole series of reasons we don't have time to go into, just want a legal sign off. They want lawyers in house or externally to say, legally, this is okay. And then senior management and the board will go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
As I've been saying for about 15 years, and Hay has said more recently, get a legal opinion about something at the start of the process. You've then got to work out what you should do in that context.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm definitely going to keep that one locked away. That's good advice.
And we've got to get back to that. And that applies, James, to every bit of relevant human behavior. Every one of us is a consumer. We all know what it's like to be kept on hold by Telstra, who keep saying to us, your call is important to us. And when I get on the line and they say I'm being recorded for training purposes, I say, am I also being recorded for feedback purposes? And there's a bit of silence. Yes. I said, well, if my call was really important to you, you would have far more telephones. We know that, don't we, as consumers? We know that it's all done for a particular purpose. It's really true. But somebody in marketing says, oh, you've got to tell them that their call is important to you. Don't worry about how inconsistent your behavior is. As long as you tell them it's important.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a bit of carry on. I hope you got something out of that.
Yeah.
No, I
No, definitely. Yeah. No,